CDC director who was fired by Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. last month says Kennedy is taking the U.S. public health system to a, quote, very dangerous place. That stunning statement came in her first public comments since being fired. Washington correspondent Vinay Simlot joins us live. And Vinay, explain kind of what we learned in this.
Yeah, David, Dr. Susan Menares says she was fired over a disagreement with Secretary Kennedy. She says he asked him to accept vaccine recommendations without evidence. She also says that he asked her to fire career scientists without cause. She says she would do neither, and she warned preventable diseases may return.
CDC doesn't force anyone to get vaccinated. CDC provides recommendations supported by evidence.
The shortest-serving CDC director, Dr. Susan Menares, told senators she was fired for standing up for science.
Robert F. Kennedy Jr. may put the con in conscience, but you put the science in conscience.
Menares says Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. asked her to sign off on the vaccine recommendations of his hand-picked vaccine advisory panel. Some of the members on the board are vaccine skeptics.
And I said, I cannot sign off on something before I see the data and the evidence.
The board is expected to consider the recommendation for the hepatitis B vaccine for newborns.
Everybody's like blithely going along, we can't change the childhood. You're somehow terrible if you want to change the childhood.
But Republican Senator Bill Cassidy, a doctor, says the vaccine saves lives.
Because there's people who would otherwise be dead if those mothers were not given that option to have their child vaccinated.
Republican allies of the White House defended Kennedy's decision to fire Menares.
American people want bureaucrats to understand you're not elected. We didn't elect you.
Did you plan to coordinate this public spectacle surrounding your firing?
No.
And Secretary Kennedy says he fired Menares because he couldn't trust her. The Senate committee has asked him to come forward and share his side of the story as well. Meantime, that vaccine advisory panel, handpicked by Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr., will meet today, and they're expected to consider the childhood vaccine recommendations for COVID, for hepatitis B, and for MMR. It's unclear how that panel will vote. David?
Vinay, the Republican Senator Bill Cassidy has asked the panel to delay its vote. What's the reasoning behind that?
Yeah, earlier this year when Secretary Kennedy fired the entire panel and then replaced them with members of that he wanted on that board, Senator Cassidy said he was uncomfortable with that, and then concerns about the agenda and shakeups at the CDC. Last month, Senator Cassidy asked them to postpone that vote. Whether they do that seems unclear right now, but he is concerned because he says the recommendations that the CDC makes often decide whether insurance companies will actually cover those vaccines. So it could hurt people financially if they're trying to get vaccinated.
Vinay Simlot live in D.C. Thanks so much, Vinay.
From the CBS 42